Pepper says, are you ready to save some money this Christmas season? I know I am.
Hello everyone and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. For today we're going to be talking about how you can save money during the holiday Christmas season, because this is the time that I feel like we're always going way over our budgets. And the reason why I was motivated to create this video was because I did take on a part-time job for November and December. Now, for November, I could work mostly from home, getting everything set up. For December, I'm going to be at the Hardball Village for a lot more hours. And it just made me think, when I took the job, I was like, yeah, I could really use the money because of Christmas. And it really hit me that it was like, well, I don't want to exchange all this time working during the Christmas season to buy things for the Christmas season. I want to spend time with my family. And all that money that I made, I don't want it to be used all towards Christmas. I want to be able to save that money and just use a portion of that money. And I feel like a lot of us do this. We will work all these extra hours and overtime so that we have extra cash for Christmas. But what's happening is we're exchanging our time for this money instead of time spent with loved ones, what means the most to us. So this is just a way for us to be mindful that even if we are getting extra hours, that we're not blowing through all the money that we're earning during this Christmas season. All right, so as I'm going over different tips and tricks how to save money this holiday season, you're gonna see me decorating with what I have at the Hardball Village at my job, just kind of cleaning up the area, trying to prep it and lightly decorate it for Christmas coming up. So going right into number one is going to be plan ahead. Now, you have heard me say this before, but it's because it's the most important one. You have to create a budget. I showed you guys that budget book before. It really had helped me stay within budget and visually see everything, because if I don't have that in front of me, if I don't see the numbers, I'm just going to spend money. And my girl math, or whatever math you want to call it, I'm not adding up what I spent in my head until I actually look at the receipt and write it down and add it up. And I'm like, woo, we got a little close to that number, or uh-oh, we went over that number. I'm not keeping track of it unless I have a budget and say, okay, this family member is getting $30 to this designated gift, and I cannot go over $30, or I have to get very creative with staying under the budget. That right there has helped me save so much money and not get smacked in the face in January when I look at that credit card bill and I'm like, oh my gosh. Number two is going to be gift smart. And what I mean by gift smart, you have always seen me create these crafts with craft supplies that I already have. But let's be real, I have a hoarded craft stash, so I can make a multitude of things out of what I already have. If you don't have the item on sale that you need to make a craft, then go to the store with the intention of, I'm only going to buy the glue that I need because it's all dried out at home, and I'm going to come home and finish the project. If you need more than just something like glue because it dried out, set a budget. I'm only going to spend $20 for the craft supplies that I need to make this intended project gift. It's very important to make sure that you create those numbers and you visually stick to it so that you're not going over budget and impulse shopping stuff that you don't really need. I also suggest doing a Secret Santa. That's helped us a lot. It's kind of like White Elephant or all those different games. If you have a lot of family members, a big family, it's best to just do a Secret Santa. Everyone just kind of picks a name out of the hat so that you're just buying one gift per family member instead of buying a ton of gifts for every single family member. And lastly, my number one thing that you see me do all the time is it is okay to re-gift, because you have seen my house. I have a ton of brand new items that are just really nice, but I know that other people that I'm close to are going to love it too. And if it's brand new, it's okay to re-gift it. I'm giving you permission. It's okay. You're not a cheapskate. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Many people re-gift. Trust and believe. Just make sure you're not re-gifting the gift that they gave you from last year. Now, number three is going to be do a no spend challenge. And I know what you're thinking, like, it is December. How on earth am I going to do a no spend challenge? Well, here's the thing. My no spend challenges are not the entire month of not spending money. I just pick a goal and then go through that. If you're just starting out, especially in December, just do 1 no spend per week or 2 no spend per week, because any way you look at it, those 2 days are days that you're not going to spend absolutely any money. All the money in your bank account is going to stay in there. And what starts to happen is you start to create that into a positive habit. I used to be, oh my gosh, such a shopaholic when I was in college. I blew through money. If I couldn't make a decision on what I wanted, I just bought them both because I just wanted them both, and I was addicted to that shopper's high. But by starting the no spend challenge, that was one of the tools that helped me recover fully in that habit, because now I can control my shopping habits. I can control those shopping addictions when they creep up. So I want you all to try a no spend challenge in December. And if you would like your own copy of the 2025 no spend challenge, please visit my Etsy shop in the link in the description box below. It is a calendar from January to December that you can curate and create your own no spend challenge. Now, if you are just starting out and you just want a December 2024 challenge, just email me at hoardersheart@gmail.com and I will send you the link so you can print out your own December 2024 no spend. That way you can get started and see how it feels. But I can tell you that doing a no spend challenge has saved me so much money over the years. Number 4 is going to be decorate frugally, because you see all the TikToks and reels and everything of people going to Home Goods and shopping and filling all the carts with all the big nutcrackers that are like, I don't know, like $100 or something like that. You don't have to do that. We already have so much Christmas decorations. Use me as an example. Look at all the bins that we've been going through and decluttering and letting go of. At one time, I paid top dollar for those things. Well, not all of it. Let's be real. I'm a thrifter, but that's not besides the point. The point is that we don't need it all to go out and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on new holiday decor that we're just going to declutter a couple years later because it's out of date, it's broken, or we just don't like it anymore. I'm not buying any new Christmas decorations in the house. That right there is going to save you thousands of dollars by just enjoying what you already have. Number 4 is going to be save on food, because that's something else we spend a lot on the holidays. The groceries are already a little high, honey. They are higher than previous years. And now in the holidays, it's even more. But that's going to be okay. We don't have to freak out or anything. What we can do is I always do a potluck. If there's anything at my house, it is always potluck. Like, for example, the Christmas Eve, I always host it. I always make roast beef sandwiches in the crock pot, okay? The rolls, all that stuff, I take care of that. But everyone who comes over, I have them either bring an appetizer or a dessert or something to drink, BYOB, because honestly, it's the time spent together that means the most. You don't have to put the entire burden on yourselves, because a lot of times we feel like we have to plan it, cook it, shop it, clean it, everything. But when you ask somebody to help, I've never had someone say, no, I can't bring anything to your house. I'm just going to come and eat all your food. No one has ever said that to me.
Now, when I recorded my next tip, for some reason, it froze on this frame when I was looking at my notes to see what I wanted to say next. So I'll keep it quick and have to do it as a voiceover. And that's going to be cut energy costs. Use LED lights. They're energy efficient and last longer. And limit lighting hours. We always have everything on a timer. That way we can reduce our electricity usage.
Just be very mindful of the electricity. And yes, I'm just like my father, where I go in and turn off all the lights if no one's in there. It's okay to do that. And then last but certainly not least is going to be maybe some non-material gifts. And basically what that is that is just the time spent together, like how we just went to Lights on the Main. That is a beautiful community thing that the town puts on, and it doesn't cost us any money. A lot of this stuff is free, including the horse rides and pictures. And no, I did not grab any light up antlers or Santa hat from Inspira this year. We were really good about that. We also took our family Christmas photo there because the town is beautiful, and instead of going to get professional pictures, the picture that we took that we'll put on our Christmas card is gorgeous. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a photographer to get the perfect Christmas picture. So those are some tips and tricks that I wanted to share. Now, a lot of them you probably already heard of, and that's quite okay, because I know for me, sometimes I need to hear things, especially when I'm in the thick of it. We are in the thick of the Christmas season. It is December already. Sometimes I need to hear the same thing over and over again to remind myself of, yeah, we can do this. Yeah, I'm not going to spend my entire paycheck on Christmas, because that's not what it's about. The joy of Christmas is not equated to how much money I had spent. It is equated to how much time did I spend together with my family, my friends. And I just don't want to work all this overtime and lose it, because what's happened so many years before is that I'm working to try and put this perfect Christmas and spend all this money, and once Christmas hits and it's done, I look back and think I didn't enjoy it. I worked all these extra hours for one day, and though maybe that one day was great, but it wasn't worth the sacrifice of me missing the entire month of December and all the fun family things we do. Is the kids just getting together and just having a ball together. And I don't want to miss that because I had to work. I don't want my kids to miss that because mommy had to go to work and make money to pay for whatever thing we really didn't need, because my kids aren't going to remember the overtime that I spent to get them this one toy. They're going to remember me being with them in the town's tree lighting, in the Christmas parade, at the gingerbread contest. That's what they remember when we talk about Christmas past, is what did we do together as a family? So my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to save money, because Christmas is meant to be spent together.